What was your, yep, I'm going to die moment? I was walking home in Koreatown from my friend's birthday at 9 p.m. when I noticed a man walking in front of me. He must have been 10 feet away, but he smelled so bad that his scent was lingering in the air. On his phone, he was blaring some shitty rap song, and his pants were sagging so far down that his waistband was practically around his knees. He was just about to enter his apartment building when he saw me in the corner of his eye and slowly began to turn around to face me. I stood there in complete shock, not knowing what he was going to do next. That's when he slowly began to smile. Adrenaline immediately pumped through my system. It wasn't like a, I think you're cute smile. It was more like the way a lion smiles at their prey before it kills them. He turned away from his apartment entrance, turned off his music, and started walking towards me. That's when I started speed walking to my apartment building. I could hear his footsteps following closely behind me. The roads were completely empty. I took a bunch of turns and walked extremely fast so he knew that I was scared and that I was extremely aware that he was following me. When I lost him, I walked into my apartment building completely out of breath. My mind was clouded with fear. All I wanted to do was go into my apartment and cuddle with my cats. I was standing in the elevator and the doors were about to close when it happened. The same man jabbed his fingers into the door and walked in. Every muscle in my body tensed up. I wanted to scream, to run, but my body stayed still and refused to move. He stood right beside me, purposely grazing his hand against mine. He started playing music on his phone again, but this time it was more like romantic. I think it was Put Your Head on My Shoulder by Paul Anka. I felt like I was in a horror movie. Bang! Suddenly he banged his hand against the emergency stop button. I stared down at the ground trying to convince myself that everything would be okay. He smelled so bad that my eyes almost started watering. The man turned to face me fully now, and I could see the rectangular outline of something in his pocket. It looked like a knife. I gripped my phone so hard that it slipped right out of my sweaty palm and clattered on the floor between us. This was my only lifeline, and now it was closer to him than to me. I couldn't breathe. He bent down slowly to pick it up, and as he did, his hood fell back. I immediately scanned his face. His face wasn't just pale, it was ghostly white, and his hands were trembling worse than mine. He grabbed my phone and I thought, this is it. He's taking my phone so I can't call for help. I'm definitely going to die. That's when he did something I never would have expected. He dropped to one knee and pulled the object out of his pocket. It was a small box. He opened it and inside was a ring. Will you marry me? He asked. The whole thing was so confusing that I didn't even feel scared anymore. My brain couldn't process what was happening. Before I could even react, he kept talking at like 3 times normal speed, stumbling over every word. Sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out. You see, I'm proposing tomorrow to my girlfriend Jennifer, and I've been following random women to practice proposing on them, but now you look so scared, and I realize how insane this is. He was now pacing in the tiny elevator now. Is this weird? This is weird, isn't it? Oh, it's weird. I'm so weird. I'm such a freak. My girlfriend's going to know I'm a freak. She probably already knows I'm a freak. She'll never say yes to marrying me. I just stared at him with my mouth hanging open. I literally could not form words. The silence stretched between us and his face completely crumbled. He started hitting himself in the head repeatedly with his free hand and started talking to himself. Stupid. Of course it's weird. Following women into elevators? What is wrong with you? Each hit made a horrible thud sound. I reached for the elevator button, just wanting this nightmare to end, just wanting to escape this insane situation. Please stop hitting yourself, I whispered. He froze mid-hit. Sorry, is that weird too? That's weird too, isn't it? I pressed floor 14 when he wasn't looking, the one I lived on. The elevator started moving again. He was too deep into his mental breakdown to notice. When I reached my floor, I ran to my apartment and locked the door. I'm definitely taking the stairs from now on. They're better for glutes anyway.